going to be learning how to make my favorite white bread. This is the second show of the Outdoor Roper cooking show. So now for the first thing we're going to do, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of yeast, level scoops, into a big bowl. So we're going to let that yeast warm up for about 2 minutes. Now that the yeast has warmed up for at least 2 minutes, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of white sugar to the yeast. Okay, so now this is a very important part. We're going to be adding 2 cups of hot water. Not burning hot or it will kill the yeast, but just hot enough. And then we're going to pour it into the yeast. And now you're going to want to stir that until all the yeast balls are gone. So now that all the yeast balls are gone, we're going to be letting that sit for 5 minutes so that when you come back you can start adding your other ingredients. So this is a mixture of 3 tablespoons of butter melted, 2 eggs that are beaten, and 2 teaspoons of salt, and you just beat it all together. So now the mixture of the 3 tablespoons of butter, the 2 eggs, and the 2 teaspoons of salt we're going to be adding right into that yeast mixture, because you don't want to add the salt in without it being in the eggs and butter, or else it might kill the yeast. So let's go ahead and do that. So now we're going to be adding flour, which I never really measure the flour, but we're just going to be starting out with cups. So let's add 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, and 4 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to go ahead and stir that and see how it is. This is 4 cups of flour already. So we're going to add 2 more cups of flour to that 4 cups of flour already. 1, 2 cups of flour. Stir that mixture together. Okay, so now we're going to knead it on the countertop with flour down. So let's go ahead and do that. You're going to want to stretch it out like this, fold it, and then you're going to turn it. Stretch it out, fold over, turn. Stretch it out, fold over, turn. And that's my best technique. Where it really gets it all kneaded up. I really need this bread. Okay, so now we've got the bread to the consistency where it's not sticking to the countertop. See? Like that. That's exactly where we want it. But we don't want it too dry at the same time, just so it doesn't stick to the counter, or else your bread will be wet inside, which you don't want. That'll be gross. Plus, I did that on my first try making bread. It was disgusting. So now we're going to be spraying our big bowl with a generous amount of olive oil cooking spray so it does not stick to the pan. Okay, then now we're going to get our dough, which I made into a round ball, and we're just going to plop it in there. And then you cover it and let it sit for 50 minutes so it can rise. Okay, so now we've got our 2 bread pans. We're going to spray them generously again with the olive oil cooking spray. So that's ready for the bread. Okay, so now look at the bread. It's all risen up nice and yummy. So now we're going to punch it. And then pull it in. It looks delicious. Okay, now we're going to get some flour and spread it on our countertop. Alright, this bread is done rising. It was about 45 minutes. So now let's put it on our floured countertop. Okay, now see this bread's all awesome. Now we're going it a little bit more. And then we'll cut it in half. Okay, so now we've got our half of that dough. We're going to knead it out. Now it's a little hard to knead it first because it's gonna need to stretch it out. So now we're gonna roll it. You wanna just roll it really tightly. You want to seal it all off so there's no way that air can get in or out of it. And then, right in. And there you go. Okay, so there's one loaf of bread already. So you're going to want to do that to the other half of your dough. Exact same thing. And then you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375, and then you're going to want to cook it until it's all done, which is about, I'd say 35 to 40 minutes. There you have it. There's your bread, your white bread. It's amazing. The bread is finally in the oven after all that work. And now we'll let it cook for 35 to 40 minutes. Then when it comes out, you just eat it with butter or whatever you like. You can make a sandwich out of it. It's great with anything. Make this dough, stop! Whoa, whoa! What'd I do? Get your feet off now. Oh. That is disgusting. Now you have to wipe it.